So first, let me create a HTML page. Then I'll discuss about the tags. Go to Java EE perspective. Click on that icon here and go to Java EE perspective. Okay. Then create a new project. There is something called as static web project. There is one thing called as dynamic web project here. It is static web project. Create a static web project. In static web project, you can create your HTML files, which you can run. Give a name HTML CSS. See, it's asking this kind of perspective is associated with web perspective. Do you want to open this perspective now? Yes. So now I am in web perspective. In web perspective, you can see there is no console, is it? And here you have servers. Okay. See, expand this HTML CSS project. You have folder called as web content which can be seen on web. HTML page is what we can do. You can browse using browser, right? If the HTML file is on some server, you can browse. So the content of the web can be kept inside this web content. Right click on web content and create a new HTML. New. See, you can see here HTML file, select it. Then give a name test.html. Next, take all defaults. There are various versions of HTML, HTML4, HTML5, HTML all. Take basic HTML, whatever is default. Next, finish. Okay. The root tag of HTML is, as you know, HTML. Under head you can have headers like title. You can insert here. I just write a title. Title will be displayed on the browser title bar. Title I can give here is MySys. Whatever, you can give your own title. Now, inside body, you can just write some text now. In H1. H1 is a big header. H1. This is header 1. Then I want to run this just like that. Right click on this HTML, run on server. See here, it's asking on which server. It is showing HTTP preview. Something just to show a preview. There is a server inside Eclipse which you can show you preview. Just take next, finish. So HTTP preview server is starting. HTTP preview server is starting, but while starting there was a problem. The HTTP preview, you got the output, but on my system the port 8080, this HTTP server by default when it starts listening on a port 8080, but on my system I have Oracle installed. Oracle is using, so my server starting failed. Okay. So I'll just say okay and then double click here. server there is no way to configure, so I'll just stop my Oracle here. If I stop my Oracle service, I'll be able to. For you, I think it's started. Okay, so now I'll start it. I click run as, run on server, finish. Starting. Yeah, now it has a browser. Eclipse has an internal browser. You have opened it inside the internal browser, is it? But I don't want internal browser. What I can do is I can go to window, web browser, and I can select the any of the browsers installed on my machine. I have Firefox. I am selecting Firefox. Web browser, Firefox. Right? Now Firefox is selected. I'll just open it, run as, run on server now, finish. It is opening the same thing in, right? Okay, so I have shown you how to use header 1 right now, and see the title bar. What is the title? MyFish, whatever I give, right? Now I'll give the content as application / MS Word. Okay, I just gave like that. Now I'm running it. Let's see what will happen. Close my browser first. Finish. Saying undefined attribute. Yes, sir. Let me just remove it. Now I will run it. Okay. Okay, let me just check with Internet Explorer. I'm just changing it to the browser to Internet Explorer. Okay, actually I am expecting the content to be opened in MS Word. In his header tag, there is a meta tag called meta tag, in which we can tell the browser what is the type of content which is coming, right? If I say application / MS Word, automatically the browser will try to open it using a MS Word document. By default, what is the content? It is text or HTML, right? So browser understands what is the type of data it is getting by using this content, right? Right now it is not happening. I will just tell you the importance of this when talking about server based application. If an application comes from a server, then I think it will work, but right now it is not working, right? I'll just tell you why it is not working after some time. The default values text or HTML. That means the browser understands, by using the meta tag it will understand what is the content, it is the text or HTML. Okay. Now there are 7 types of headers. If I just say H, H6 only, H1, H2, H3, H6. So you can, what is the difference between H1 and H2? Font size. This is head. So I'll just refresh. Header 1 size should be less than header 2. I'll just server finish. Right? Like that, H1 is, H2 is lesser than H1, H3 is lesser than, size will decrease. Okay. There are 7 headers. You know that already. Okay. See, in HTML there are different types of tags. Container tags, a tag which can contain some other tags inside it. Now let's say the body is called as a container tag. And simple tags, just those tags will not have body, right? Like BR. And tags with attributes. These are 3 types of tags present in HTML. How to write a comment in HTML? By using exclamation like this. Will the comments be displayed? This is how to write a comment in HTML. Maybe you'll be knowing the basics, but quickly I'll go through all, right? Header tag contains title and certain other information which is not displayed. Like in head tag, we can have a script tag in which we can write JavaScript, and we can have a style tag in head tag, inside head tag, where we can define CSS, or we can have a link tag by using which we can link an external CSS. So we'll see all of them. Just understand, head tag will contain title tag as well as some other tags like script tag, style tag and link tag. And inside title you can write that title which will be shown on the browser window which you have seen. Body contains the instructions for displaying text. So you have header tags which I have shown. And what is this paragraph tag? P tag is paragraph. What is this paragraph tag? I'll write a paragraph tag, P tag, I'm just writing a big content. Just run it. This will be shown like a paragraph. BR stands for line break, and B stands for bold. You show it in bold, and U stands for underline. I stands for LT. If you want to write an L less than symbol, ampersand LT, ampersand GT, ampersand am for ampersand. EM for text with emphatic style. The text will be displayed like this. Strong, if you want the font in strong. Code for text with programming language code style. KBD for keyboard input style. Right? SAM for text with style for a sample of what is being discussed. This will not be using much, not much used. B for boldface style, italics for I, U underline, strike through. Whatever you keep inside strike tag will be like this. Blink, text will be blinking. Whatever you keep inside the blink tag will be blinking. Sub, whatever you write inside sub will come as a subscript. Down, super will come as superscript. Suppose if you want to write 2 for 10, 2 sup 10, 2 for 10 units. Block quote is used to set off quotations. What is block quote? Let's see. Instead of writing PL, right? Block quotes, and also one more block quote I will write a BR. Now I will run this. What are you observing? Is there a space here? It's like a block. It will treat whatever you are writing like a simple block, and will add the space also between the blocks. Even though I don't write BR, let's see. I will not write BR. I'll just run it again. The space is there, right? So it will be treated like a block. And these are the predefined colors which you can use in HTML. So how to specify the background color of HTML content? Where? BG color or background? BG color is equals to, say, red. So these are the predefined colors which we use, and font can be used to change the font. So suppose here I just want to use a font tag. Okay, and for this font tag, inside this I'll say size is equals to some 30. Then face is equals to, tell me some font faces. Arial. This is in 30 pixels font with Arial. Now I will write time. Oh, that's very big. I'm not good at spellings. Vardhana. So like that we can specify font sizes, font styles, font color, everything inside the font tag. Color I want it as green. The basic things we are seeing quickly, I'll do it. Okay. Anchor tags. Anchor tags are used to link pages, right? So let's assume that I will create another HTML, a.html, and I will create one more b.html. I'll just write here, this is a.html and this is b, right? I'll write here b.html and here I'll write this is a.html. Now in my text what I want to do is I want to write links. How? Anchor tag href is equals to a.html, because a.html is also in the same folder. I'm giving relative path. I say go to similarly b.html, I'll say go to b, right? Okay, there should have been br, right? Br is a new line character. Go to a.html. Yeah, it went. I'll again go back. Go to b.html. Now you saw the basic way. Now I'll write one more thing. I'll write one more anchor tag. And I'll give name is equals to preface. Similarly, I'll write one more anchor tag. Introduction. See here, for these anchor tags I am not giving href, I am giving names. Now when I click on this link, I want to go to prefix. So what I can do? Target is equals to preface. I'll say again target is equals to name of the anchor tag. Go to preface, go to intro. Okay, we'll just run, see what will happen. Href is equals to target here, sorry, href is equals to hash preface. Here also href is equals to hash introduction. Now I will run it. Go to preface. If this preface is down, right, it will go. So you might have seen some big HTML pages where if you click on link, it will take to some part of the page. Anyway, this is in the same way. Say here only, it is not going. It's there on, right? So in a page, if you want to In the same page, if you want to link your documents and you use name, first you give a name to your anchor tag, and then in htop you use then in anchor tag you can give a link to your mail also. If you click on that link, automatically the default mail client for your system will be opened. What you have to do is you have to just prefix here except with mail to colon, that's all. Okay. Mail to Shiva at xyz.com. Just see, if I click on it, it's asking me to open because it's asking me to open the mail. So it's going to unable to connect. By default, the mail client for my browser is gmail.com. Now I am not connected. Next, in my HTML, I want a list of items to be displayed. See here, to display list, we have two things: ordered list, unordered list. Unordered means you will be getting dots. Ordered means you will be getting numbers. See how I can use unordered list. Unordered list means UL. Under this I will write list item. LI stands for list item. I'll say item 1. Similarly I'll write item 2, item 3, item 4, item 5. Let's see how it will be displayed. See, they are displayed like using dots, right? By default, unordered list is displayed inside it having a disk in front. But I don't want a disk, I want a circle instead of that rounded one. So here I can specify type is equals to, by default the type is disk. I don't want disk, I will say circle. Let's see. Can I run it again? See, I am seeing circles, they are not filled. Right? If you want square, you can specify squares. If I write square, there will be items will be displayed with squares in front of them. Right? I don't want squares, I want numbers. The items to be numbered. What I can do is, instead of using unordered list, I'll say ordered list, OL. Instead of UL, I'll say OL. Just see, now I'll run it. Getting 1, 2, 3, 4. But I don't want to start from 1. I want to start from 10. So I can give start is equals to start from 10. So difference between unordered list and ordered list is ordered list will have numbering. Right? Now definition lists. See, let's assume that you want something like this, some word, under that you want a paragraph, some word, under that you want a paragraph, right? Then we use DL, definition list. We have seen ordered list, unordered list. DL, definition list. I will delete this. I'll write DL. Inside DL, I'll write DT. Here you write type. Tell me a word. Some XYZ. Okay, I'll write, and then here I'll write definition. DD, data definition. Similarly, I'll write one more DT. See, a word, then a new line, then a space until this word ends. So it is definition list. A word and its definition. A word and its definition. Like this. Images. IMG tag is used to show the image. So I have some images in my pictures, sample pictures. I'll just copy this desert or koala and I'll paste it inside my web content. Take any JPG. Then I'll just delete this. Let it be there. I'll write image img source is equals to koala dot jpg. Alt. What is alt for? Yes. Yes. Yes, correct. Let me just run it. See, when that is not there, it is showing this is koala. But did I give any spelling mistake? I think it is koala.jpeg, I guess. Okay, just stopping the server. Okay, then right click and say clean. That will clean the server and maybe it will republish. Then I am running it. Oh, this is capital K. Is it because spelling mistake? Let me check. Got it. Can I specify width and height? Width is equals to say 100 pixels. Height is equals to 100. So I got that image in that width and height. So for the whole body, if I want a background, what I can do is I can specify background is equals to some JPG. So in the background, that this file will be, the background of my body will be shown, right? What is low source? In image there is something called as low source. It is an optional attribute of img tag which will load the image in the file or URL. Maybe the browser is used only capable of displaying low resolution images. If your browser is capable of displaying only low resolution images, you can specify different file for low resolution. Right. And HR stands for horizontal rule. You want a horizontal line, you can use HR. Just remove this background color and background. So after these headers, I want a horizontal rule. I'll say HR width is equals to 500 pixels. So I should get a horizontal rule. What? But why is it starting from there? Okay, if I say width is equal to 100%, or if I say width is equals to only 10, it is centered. If you come from centered, whatever width you give, it is centered. You can specify the color of the horizontal line, whatever you want. Right. By default, align is equals to center for HR. If you want, you can say align is equals to right, align is equals to left. Then tables. Why tables? For displaying rows and columns. So in HTML here you can easily specify a simple table like this. Just write TABLE control space. Just write hash table, you just write and select it. Automatically it will write your table tag. It is having 2 rows. What is TD and what is TH? Table header. Header will be in bold. If I run this, I should see a table. But am I seeing some border around it? It will be nice if I can see a border around it. So here I can say, okay, so not background. Let's say border is equals to some 2 pixels. I want 2 pixel border. Right? And I can give BG color is equals to green, will give the background color, right? And what is cell spacing? Spacing between each cell of the table. If I give 10, there will be 10 pixels space between each cell. This This is each cell. Between each cell there is a 10 pixel space. What is padding? Let me just show you, you will understand. The contents of the cell should be 30 pixels padding, right? They are entered, right? 30 pixels on top, here, here, here. You can specify the width and height of the table as you like. You can use th tag for headers and caption tag is for caption. Inside table what I am doing is I will write a caption tag. This is my table caption. Maybe if you are displaying list of employees, you want to give caption as employees. Caption will come on the top of the table. And what is column span? Row span? Now see here, if in third row I am writing another one more row, in third row there is only, in row 2 this is column 1, in third row there is only one column. Let's see what will happen. Here it is blank, right? Now what I want is I want this column to span over 2. A single column should span over 2 columns, right? So what I can do is I can specify here for this TD I can specify column span is equals to, so span over 2 columns. So now I'll run it, let's see. See, this column is taking the space of 2 columns, right? Column span. Similarly, row span. What is marquee? If you want the text to move, I'll write marquee. I'll say click me. Let's see. See, click me is rolling over. Right? You can specify width and height also. Now it is occupying whole width. It's coming from here to here, but I want it to go from here to here only. Then I can specify width and height. I'll just specify width is equals to some 200 only. Let's see now. Where is it? See? It's coming from here only. Right? But always it's coming from right and right. Once it reaches this here, I want it to come from here. So what? Behavior is equals to alternate. Let me check. If I want to give BG color, I can give say red. So the background color until which it scrolls will be red. And scroll amount. What is scroll amount? Now we'll give 100%. What is scroll amount? Just run it again. See now when it is scrolling, it's moving like this, right? Whenever it scrolls, I want it to jump to 100 pixels, 100 pixels, 100 pixels. How much amount to scroll? See now, I'll just specify scroll amount is equals to some 50. So it will scroll by 50 each time. Now see, it's going very quickly. It's scrolling by 50, 50, 50 each time. Now frames, an important thing, frames. We can have frames in HTML. You have seen documentation till yesterday. In documentation, Java documentation which I was showing, how many frames were there? 3 frames were there. I'll just open it. This is one frame. This is one frame. This is one frame. Each frame is displaying different HTML files. Right? I want right now to divide my whole page into 2 frames. One which will occupy like this the whole thing. This is one frame and this is one frame. Let's see how to use frames. HTML file frame demo. Frame. Here there is one thing called as 4.0.1 frame set. Let me just check it. Finish. See, here is there body tag right now? No body tag. So when you want to use frames, don't give body. Frame set. Inside frame set, you have some tag called as no frames. Inside that no frames you have body. See, some of the browsers may support frames, some of the browsers may not support frames. If your browser is not supporting frames, then the content inside no frames will be shown. Just body will be. If your browser is supporting frames, then this will not be shown. Whatever is here will be. Right? Now frame. Inside frame, frame set, I want 2 columns. Cols is equals to first column. How many rows I want? As I said, I want 1 row, 2 columns. I want the first column to occupy some 50 pixels or 100 pixels. Right? So what I will do is columns 100 comma, the rest of the screen should be occupied by second frame. Right? So here I will give frame source is equals to links.html. I'll write this HTML. Okay, then one more frame, source is a.ht, right? And I'll give name to each. Name of the frame I'll say links, and here I'll give name is equals to a. Let us just run it. Oh, links.html I need to write. I'll write links.html. Here I'll just write anchor tag. Go to A. And I'll say go to B. href is equals to hash, I'll say. Here again, for second one also I'll say href is equals to. That's all. Now I'll just run my frame demo. Let's see what will happen. Are you seeing the frames? Go to A, go to B. I think I could have written a VR tag. So my page is divided into, oh, I have just run frame demo. Go to A, go to B. I think width is not sufficient. Say 200 pixels, right? If I want the whole page to be divided into 3 frames, what I should do? I'll write another frame tag. I'll write the name is equals to B, source is equals to B dot, right? Then I'll give some 300 comma. That means first frame will occupy 200, second frame will occupy 300, rest of the screen will be occupied by third frame, right? Any doubts? Okay. Now here I have 2 links. I'll write here link a.html. What will happen if I click that link and here I write b.html? What will happen if I click on those links? Let us see here. Where are the links? Okay. If I click on go to A, it is displaying the content of aero.html in the same frame, is it? But what I want is, if I click on go to A, I want aero.html to be displayed here. The target of the link should be displayed in particular frame, right? So what I want to do is, I'll say target is equals to, what is the name of the frame? B, I'll say in b.html right, and when I click on B, I'll say specify target is equals to A. Just I wrote a reverse. Now I'll just run this. Okay. Now if I click on go to A, where should it go? The second frame is displaying aero.html. Earlier it was b.html. If I click on B, go to B. Link for B is what? If I click on this, it should display b.html, but in which frame? Frame A. See? This turned to b.html. So you can specify what is the target frame whenever you click on a link like this, right? Yeah. How can I divide this first frame into two columns? This is the first frame, is it? Inside frame, I'll give body to frame. And I'll write the closing thing. Not required to see. Okay. So under that frame, what I'll do is I'll write one more frame set. Rows is equals to 500 comma 2 rows I want. Then in that I'll divide. I'll just write to this 2 frames again. Names are not required right now, just for simplicity. So first frame is divided into 2 rows. Let's see now. Huh? Wait. We'll just delete this frame. Inside one frame set I had one frame set. Frame set also is nothing but a frame. Now I will run it. first row is occupying 500 is too much, huh? Also 300.